morning, everybody.
Wow,
I'm Jeannie.
wow,
Was that a
excited.
lot?
No,
Was
that's
that too
good.
much?
It's a lot, but I like it. It's a good way to wake up. We did get a review from my mother.
We did?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I like it. I wish you would let Jeannie talk more.
Andy's mom, you knew I loved you before. I love you even more now.
She's like, Jeannie has a lot to say, and I feel like you cut her off. And I said, Mother?
And then you cut your mom off.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, good morning, Jeannie.
Good morning, everybody. I'm just really excited. We have so many good stories. I can't help it. I have a lot of energy.
I like it.
Okay, well, the first...
Let's remind everyone what this show
boy.
is.
Okay, Andy,
you have to
go
remind
ahead.
what we do on this show.
what-
Let's say people are tuning in for the first time.
Okay, good point. You're right. That's why you're an executive producer and
Yeah,
I'm
exactly. And you're
receptionist.
whatever you do.
Um,
What we're doing here is just sharing with each other, and
Mm-hmm.
by sharing with each other, I mean mostly you sharing with me.
okay, that
Good
actually,
news.
Our producer sends all these stories to both you and I.
Right.
Do you even open those emails?
Executive producer. I'm sort of, when you get to a certain level in producing, you have the other people do the reading.
You don't even open your emails?
No, I don't really read.
So here's our first one. So our first story is actually an update. For about 10 years ago on the show, we met this woman named Kyle. She started a school in Detroit from the ground up. We actually have a little clip from 10 years ago. Check that out right here.
And what were you doing before this?
I had a clothing line for kids. I was in the young entrepreneur world. I had everything I needed. I was living in San Francisco, and I think what I learned was that you can really have it all and feel really empty if you're not doing something more meaningful. So I decided that I would drop it and move to Detroit and open a school.
It's amazing to see what those kids are and how lucky those kids are. How many of them are there in there right now?
We have 40.
40. And is it word of mouth? You're trying to get more, obviously.
Yeah, we're always trying to get more.
A lot of recruiting, like going into the neighborhoods, knocking on doors every day, speaking with parents.
So that school had 50 students. They now have 250 kids. The
Wow.
school is just flourishing. It's doing so well. It's so
Right.
cool to see 10 years down the line. They've built this amazing playground for these students for them to be able to play and have
Yep.
fun at recess. And I just thought it
Yeah,
was so
I think
cool.
it's awesome. And the fact that we got to see it at the beginning and
Yeah.
that it keeps going. And,
Yeah.
you know, not everyone just does good things for the camera like you. Certain people, even when the camera turns off, keep going
You're one of
forward.
them?
Well, I'm not saying I'm a hero, but I'm saying I help a lot of people.
Okay, moving on. Next one. Okay, here we go. You're gonna love the story. This story is gonna attract your attention so fast because it's about probably the thing that you love the most in the world, which is donuts.
I do love donuts.
I know you love
I
donuts.
think they are fantastic.
What do you love so much about donuts?
They're just happiness. They're happiness in a pastry.
And you're gonna love this story. Okay, so there's this woman named Suzanne. She has been going to Dunkin' Donuts through the drive-thru every single morning for 3 years.
Okay.
And there is this employee that works there. Her name is Ebony. But she noticed that for a few weeks, Ebony wasn't there, and she learned that she and her children had come upon some hard times and they had been evicted from their home.
Oh, God.
And Suzanne just wanted to do something to help. So she reached out to like organizations in her community, got Ebony a fully furnished home to live in.
Just gave her a home.
They literally gave her a home. She worked with a staging designer, complete with all the furniture. So Ebony and
Wow.
her kids are going to be in a
Wow,
new
and
home
all
for
this,
Christmas.
and what this woman did was just be courteous to her every morning.
Exactly. She said she just had excellent customer service was the phrase that she used. And that
amazing.
influenced her so much that when she saw, wait a second, what's going on? Where is
That's
she
incredible.
at? And got together. And the
and
community.
she wasn't being nice.
No.
She was just being nice because she's nice.
Exactly.
But it paid off.
Exactly.
Let me just cut to it because it's on camera and I know a lot of people have expectations. I'm not getting you a house.
You're not?
No. You're very friendly. You're very nice. I'm not getting you a house.
A car?
No, I'll bring you donuts tomorrow.
Okay, great. There is this couple in a small town of Holliston, Massachusetts. Their name are Edna and Bob. Over the past 50 years, since 1971, they've adopted 8 foster children, and they've fostered over 300 of them. They are currently still fostering kids.
Can they take mine? Is that what we're getting at? Because I'm
Are you
looking.
gonna leave that in? Do your boys watch this? Probably not.
No.
Okay,
they
that's
don't
good. Then
watch-
leave
They
it
don't
in.
watch
Leave
anything
it in
I
those.
do, except me getting scared in a haunted house. That they love.
They love it?
Yeah.
This couple does so much for their community. They are just incredible. Unfortunately, a few days before Thanksgiving, their home of 50 years, it was destroyed in a fire. However, the community came together for them. They have started a GoFundMe. They've raised over $185,000 for this couple. And it's just such a representation of these two people that for their entire lives have been so selfless.
Yep.
And now in their time of need, the community's turning around
And
to
it's
help
why
them.
it's why I always say, if you feel alone, try and be a part of a community.
Yeah.
Whatever that community is, it doesn't, for me as a child, it was the synagogue.
Right.
For you, it's church.
Right.
Then it became AA for me because of my drinking. But it's have a community of
Right.
people. Sometimes I think of this work as a community.
I totally agree
And
with
it's
you.
just like a lot of people are like, I'm so alone, and I get that feeling, but all you have to do is leave your house, go to the store, talk to the person behind it. It's so quick to build your community,
Absolutely.
and it's why we're here.
Absolutely. Okay, I love this story so much. There's this couple named Avril and Christopher. They're from the UK. They moved in their house 43 years ago, and they planted a 6-foot tall tree in their front yard. Over the past 40 years, it's grown to be over 50 feet tall. Every single year, they string it with lights. This year, they actually had to use a cherry picker in order to get lights
Wow.
all the way to the top. But what makes this so cool is that the town that they live in the UK is one of the darkest places in the United Kingdom. There's no streetlights in this town. And so this tree can be seen throughout the entire village. It can be seen in surrounding areas. It lights up the entire
And it was just a tree they
town.
planted 40 years ago. Now it gives light to a whole.
That's exactly
It's
it.
sort of like me. Like, I think a lot. I was just a young kid, and
Uh-huh.
people are like, he's just another boy. And I've grown up to sort of provide this light and this joy and this sort of warmth and glow.
You're just this
to
really
an
tall,
entire-
tall guy.
Yeah.
Real tall guy.
Well, it's more about my soul.
Well, everyone, I am so excited because Christmas is less than a week away, and if you're still on the hunt for the perfect gift for one of your loved ones, I've got great news for you. Check out tisbest.org, where you can purchase charity gift cards that allow recipients to experience the power of giving. Each gift card allows recipients to donate 100% of the card's value to one of 1.5 million charities. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Well, how did you think I did? You were
I
staring
think
at
you
me
did great.
real intently
I
during
know,
that.
because I watched an old episode and it looks like I'm reading your card with you, and I was like, so this time I have to present more like I'm listening to Jeannie and not reading her card.
I will say that I do feel like you listened to your mom.
Yeah.
But so you didn't interrupt me as much.
Yes, I
But
laid
yet-
back. Yeah.
You still make me laugh so hard.
No, but come on.
So funny.
Because I'm the tree of light.
He's the tree of light. I'm Jeannie. Good morning, everybody.